Hello, YouTube. Welcome back. Huddy and I are here. Dom is on vacay, but he will be back shortly. But this is going to be our Sunday night watch list going into what will be the first week of June. Sixth month of the year. Time is flying by, but it's come and we are ready to roll. So we're going to prepare for a watch list, or maybe the top watches. I don't know about all the watches because things change frequently and pre-market can come around. But that being said, I guess I'll get us started here. Pony, I tried to buy for a breakout earlier in the week, around in the 2021s, only to fail. But it is just still sticking around in this range. Really, these 16s seem to be really good support. And the range is long. I mean, every day is almost there's like at least $1 or $2 of range. And so I just can't help but think at some point that breakout's actually going to work and send us higher. So I want to keep an eye on this one for a possible breakout. Tesla, I am still long as well. I'm technically long TSLL, just from a buying power perspective, have a little more shares on a cheaper price stock, but it is a bit more volatile. Still think there's a move to be had if we just go to Tesla, that this can go a little higher, start pushing 370s, maybe a 400 magnet. So I do think next week we might see a move higher, or at least I'm open to it, right? It could easily fail, but I'd like to see that, so I'm still long that. Fanny May, and we talked about this in the midweek recap, how much I screwed up selling and wish I was still long my size from practically the high sevens. But it's still here. You know, I don't necessarily need to rebuy and just FOMO in, but I will say the longer it holds, at some point I imagine an uptrend will begin, and this, mid 11s to 12 breakout will and might be coming, right? I'm not going to take it to the bank. I'm not going to buy out of FOMO, hoping it happens. But I definitely say somebody to pony. Just want to keep an eye on watch when or if it does show signs of wanting to actually break out. In terms of other plays, CRWV, we'll see what this does here, but and it's maybe not a play that I'll even short, but I just want to stay aware of it. And I do think eventually there will be a rollover lower. I think very, very rarely do you see a move this big from 40 to 120 and not see a secondary move after this first pullback, right, that we saw on Thursday last week. And so I do think there's going to be some kind of move sub 100, maybe sub 90 if it wants to get really ugly. But again, not saying I'll be part of it, but am saying I would watch for it. Other than that, I mean, that's really it. I've mentioned I want to keeping a sector on the robot sector, although that really has not played out too well. RR is down, right? Did break out, but did not hold well. I think MBOT as well has failed. I think another one, PYDN, right? Or PDYN, right? Also not really going anywhere just yet. So it's a sector I think will get hot, but again, thinking and waiting for it gets hot is a entirely different story. So maybe I'm being too early in the idea. So something to just keep an eye on. Again, a lot of things to keep an eye on, but not a ton of actionable stuff. Oh, and then last thing before I give it over to Huddy, Mullen. Mullen is reverse splitting June 2nd. This will be like their fourth reverse split this year, something insane. And so I will be watching that as well to see if it can spike or just continue to fade like it always usually has. But yeah, that's the watch list going into to start our first week of June off.
Nice. I'm currently watching stocks that are breaking out and going higher. That's going to be kind of my motif going into next week. So SBET, I will have half an eye on that. I know, Kyle, you probably just talked about that. Hoping this kind of holds up and goes higher and eventually makes for a trade. LVWR, another stock that's kind of having a breakout today, hoping that goes higher and forms some patterns for us next week. IMNN is another one that's breaking out and going higher. So again, just kind of hoping that all these breakouts do as best as they can and longs get paid nicely and they get extended, go into that euphoric price action and set up for a nice short. And I guess from there, that's probably the immediate three I'm watching.
Breakouts
I
are
don't really
hot.
have anything else. Yeah.
So yeah,
And that's it,
not only the breakouts that have been working, but yeah, I would assume the odds have another breakout coming next week. Again, could be dead wrong, but because it's like you want to take one trend from the previous week and be prepared to see that trend again the next week. And so yeah, I mean, any previous runners that might offer a breakout will definitely be a hot topic next week, not only for us, but for everyone else. Like everyone wants to find and stick with the trend. And so naturally it becomes like a self-fulfilling prophecy. So I'm sure there'll be breakouts next week that people will attempt. And if the trend continues, then it continues, right? For breakout buyers will continue to make money. Yeah, you actually mentioned, honey, and I actually kind of forgot SBET. So I've kind of blacklisted myself from shorting some of these treasury crypto plays. But yeah, I can't help but notice that this is very extended, and this is showing signs of what might be a first red day going in next week. Again, we'll see where this actually ends up closing. But technically, from a technical pattern, if I ignore the fundamentals or the reasoning of why it's spiked in the first place, or the news, so to speak, it's there. It is there. So I don't necessarily love it. I guarantee you I'll take it, but I have to, the short seller in me has to watch this and acknowledge that a backside move could totally come and be present here. So, but yeah, other than that, not a whole lot. Again, tons of opportunity, but again, what's actionable once you get profitable and start being a little picky on where your edge really lies is why maybe you hear us say, like, there's a lot of these plays, but we're just kind of watching because you pick your spots very, very fine tuned, right? So, but anyways, guys, short little watches for you guys. And yeah, I feel like I have more to say to you guys, but no, good morning, NASDAQ, 8:45 Eastern. Be there for going over gap and craps pre-market as always. Dom and Huddy will be holding it down, running the live stream there. And yeah, have a great rest of your guys' weekend, and we will see you guys market open June 2nd. Bye, everybody.